It's going to be, let's just get the elephant out the room here. Like, well, let me introduce her first, right? This is Rielle.
Hi, guys. Hi, friends.
There we go. So the elephant in the room is like, we've been working together already. So it's no
secret.
Yeah. It's like, it's no reason to like sit here and like reintroduce ourselves to each other.
Of course.
We're just having a regular casual conversation. Yep. But it's good to have you.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, I know it's been a long day. Thank you for making the trip and all of that.
Of course. Are you kidding? I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, that means so much. Got me smiling.
Yes.
So, we talk about tapping into the light of the artistry. I just gave that entire spiel.
Of course.
If we could, how would you sum up your story of who you are as an artist?
I mean, it's really difficult to sort of sum it up into like one succinct sort of phrase. But I would say, if we were to sum it up, that through my diversity, through my versatility, through the things that I love and the things that I stand for, I'm able to make music and use that as my version of expression to be able to connect with other people, because that's what music and artistry and all forms of art is about. It's about connection. It's about being able to really feel the other person and see them for who they are and see that we're all human and we all relate in a way. So I think if I'm going to sum it up, that's kind of what I want to do, is just show that we're all humans and we're all feeling the same thing and we're all kind of going through the same things in one way or another. Yeah.
And it's like, I guess the journey to get there. People don't understand that side of artistry. Like in terms of, okay, so let me ask you like this, the tough moments of getting, to your story so you can share your story. Can you talk about that journey of putting that on paper in terms of lyrics and, all of that?
Of course. I mean, for me, I'm the type of person that I like to process what I'm going through and see it like hindsight being 2020. What did I learn from this? What notions, what facets of this situation can be relatable to someone else, can be useful to someone else? Because sometimes when you're in the moment and you're feeling those tough moments, right, you don't see anybody else but yourself. You don't see how sometimes your actions or your feelings can impact other people. And sometimes those interactions of how it impacted somebody else is the most useful tool that you can put into a song, aside from your own perspective. So I like to be able to see all of it. Like, what did I see when I was going through this? How did I feel when I was going through this? And then what did whatever I was feeling, how did that impact somebody else? Or how did that impact me in terms of learning and growing from that? So that's kind of the way that I like to look at it. I mean, I music is such one of those, vessels that you can really express pretty much almost every type of emotion. Every nuance, every gray area can be expressed through music. And whether it's sonically, whether it's lyrically, you can really get into the nitty gritty of the human experience that way. And that's what I am aiming to do with what I do.
I would almost say it's like underrated, like an underrated way of connecting with people.
For sure.
Or mishandled way of connecting. That's what it really, because people know the power, but I think people, just kind of got to a place where they don't, spend as much time on connection. They want to make some money or just put music out there, whatever.
Right,
so.
Exactly. They use it for, a lot of people I see in the industry, like, are either doing something really positive, but sometimes people think it's really just manufactured, or they're not doing the right thing, and you see a lot of behavior that is really questionable. Not to plug my own song here.
but that was a really good plug, by the way. Go listen to Questionable.
Out on all streaming platforms.
Yes. It'll be linked. It'll be linked.
But really questionable behavior that you kind of have to sit and be like, whoa, like that's kind of weird. Like why is that person acting that kind of way? Or, you're given this gift, right? Because I believe, I'm a very faith-based person, but
same here.
People are given gifts either from the universe or God or whatever it is that you believe in. And we're expected to do good with that gift because it's a loan. It's not something that you're entitled to. And so for me, right, I want to do good with my gift, and I want people to feel seen and less alone and be able to feel validated. I think that's really important because a lot of people in the world really feel like they're so invisible, and nobody should feel that way. And so having an outlet to be like, hey, if you're suffering through X, Y, or Z, or you know, you feel this way that you think that you're the only one who feels that way, you're not. And not only that, using your platform for good. Like, one of the things that my management team and I, his name is Mark Pinnock from Nacho Bridge Records. Chief. I call him Chief. But one of the things that we really strive to do is to give back and to do a lot of philanthropy. So like the last time I was here, I was working with a organization that is working Easy Street.
With kids, yeah.
With kids.
Yep.
And so being able
Gave
to...
me my start in the industry.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's a legend. And so being able to work with his organization with kids and really showing them that this is a viable career path. Like, this is something that you can do a lot of good in, and just giving kids a sight of this is possible. Yeah. Because I feel like everyone's like, oh, it's impossible. That's just because it hasn't been done before. If it hasn't been done before, someone's going to say it's impossible until it's done. And then when it is done, they're like, oh, I can do that. Or, oh my God, I didn't realize that was an option for me. And showing individuals that there are other options is really important. And to talk about really hard things and to talk about really fun things. Yeah. I think music doesn't have to be like all like super, super negative or super sad or like super, super happy. It can be both. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
And so how does it feel to see someone believe in that? Like so let's say, you know, see somebody relate to your music and to your light. How does that feel?
It's the coolest experience. And I've seen it in a multitude of ways. And it's really funny because like I have like, I'll show you. This bracelet.
Oh, I'm a bracelet person too.
You're a bracelet person too?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
have 4 of them. I got one in my pocket.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. But this one that has my name on it, was made by one of my friend's daughters.
Wow.
He is, he's a really, really big supporter, and I adore him. Rob Sully, shout out to you.
That's awesome.
His daughter, Mia, made me this bracelet. She asked like what my favorite colors were, asked about like what I liked, and she saw Sail Away, and she put a little shell on the back, and it's one of my favorite things. I never take it off. I don't take it off ever. I try not to, at least. And the fact that she took the time and was as thoughtful, mind you, she's like 10. She's like 9 or 10. And the fact that she took the time to be as thoughtful and as compassionate and as kind. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That my music made her think of me enough to want to do that. That brings me joy. Same thing with a little girl in Cleveland. I was doing a show for the Jamaica Tourist Board.
Yeah, this past summer.
And a little girl came up to me, and I can't remember her name for the life of me, but if you're out there, you know who you are. She ran up to me, and she was like, oh my God, hi, how are you? And I was like, hi. Oh my God, hi. And she's like, I was like, what's your name? Told me her name. And I was like, I'm Rielle. It's so nice to meet you. Gave me the biggest hug. She goes, I made this for you. Made me a bracelet. I don't have it on me because it's in my jewelry box in a really safe place, but made me a bracelet. And I was like, oh my God. She's like, I saw you on TV and I wanted to make this for you. And I'm like, oh my gosh. She's like, yeah, like I love your songs. She was like dancing, having the time of her life. And I'm like, that's what this is about. Yeah. That little girl dancing her heart out, having the time of her life, relating to my music at 10. Yeah, not all the subject matters are going to completely like go all the way, but the fact that she can...
The feeling, the joy.
Yeah, the like joy. And that's what music is about, especially for somebody that age. That's what music should be about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing, like, for instance, and this is one of my favorite stories. His name is Mason. He lives here in the DMV area. He made a beat when we came, and it was one of the projects that Easy Street was a part of, and he was making a beat. We bought it. Wow. We bought it. It was his first beat.
And that's a moment he'll never
forget. Yeah, never. He was I want to say 9, And he made a beat and it was really good. I was freestyling over it. I was having a time with it. And Chief saw that and he was like, okay, wrote up a contract right then and there.
Wow.
Bought it for $200. Dang. And we still have it. We're making something with it. I promise you we're going to make something with it. But the fact that like we impacted that kid to keep going and to give him the fuel and the fire in his belly to keep going, that's what this for me is about. It's about impacting people in such a positive way. Because come on, man, like the world is full of darkness. You might as well be some light.
Yeah, 100%. That's my favorite part of it as well, because you have no clue.
Yeah.
Who that kid is going to become. Like,
no idea. But I'm so excited about it. I'm like thrilled. I'm like, dude, I want to see what he does next. Yeah. Like those are the moments that I get so excited. And I genuinely, I said it in the other room. You guys weren't there for this conversation, but we as artists are so privileged and we're so honored to do what we do.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people forget that. Like a lot of people forget that, yeah, this is a hard job. I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's easy, like coasting. No, there are some really hard moments and some really tough things. However, I wouldn't trade the joy that I get from this job and the feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment that I get from this job for anything in the world. We are so privileged to do what we get to do, and we get to create things that will stay with people and are immortalized forever. That's like, come on, like tell me that isn't more. Tell me that isn't the coolest thing in the world.
I mean,
though.
It is. And on the other end of that, well, let me ask you this: is there pressure associated with that? And then how do you deal with it if there is?
I mean, I think there's pressure associated with everything. I mean, you can say the same thing about film. You could say the same thing about art, like visual art. You can say the same thing about music. You could say it about any art form. I think it's the pressure that you put on yourself, I think, as well. And for me, right, there's moments of pressure and then there's moments of just like, let's see what sticks. And that's really great because I have a team that keeps me grounded in the sense that there are some moments where I'll be taking myself a little too seriously and they're like, you know, Rielle, bring it back down to earth, dude. It's not that serious. Just have fun. Make what you want to make. Even if it's bad, who cares? Make it. Just see what happens. And then there are other moments where it's like, oh no, like this song means something to people. And I didn't necessarily like intend it to be that way, but it means something to someone. Like for instance, Sail Away. Sail Away was a fluke. Low key. And it was one of those songs that I was like, I wrote it on a cruise and I was with my best friends and I was just writing about how much I loved being with them. And
did you have the beat already, or was it just
I had the reference already that I wanted to use, and I was writing, and you know, the assignment was, because I get assignments from Chief. Chief is like a teacher.
Great things get done.
He's like a teacher. He sends me assignments, and he goes, "You're gonna have a session with Christopher Birch, who is an incredible producer. Shout out to you. I love you." He was like, "You're gonna have your first session with Birch. Here's his repertoire. Make something in his wheelhouse. Let's see what you can do." And so I said, okay. So I listened to it, loved his repertoire. His repertoire is incredible. Sat down and I was like, okay, what do I want to write about? What do I want to make? And so the one thing that in my few conversations with Birch up until that point and with Chief was just have fun. Just make something fun. And so I wrote Sail Away, just thinking like, this is just fun. It's a fun record. It's incredible. It's just fun. And I went into the studio. He loved it from the minute he heard it. He was like, we're recording that today. First song we ever made together was Sail Away, by the way.
Wow.
And we made it. And he was like, okay. And we really didn't know what it was going to be yet. And he took it and did his thing with it. And about a year later, or actually, I'm lying. This was the shortest record he did. So it was like maybe 4 or 5 months later. Comes back. Here's the record. I'm like, yo, this is the coolest thing ever. Maybe about 2 months later after that, we release it. And then the overwhelming response came in of, this is how I feel whenever I want to like leave my job. This is how I feel whenever I want to leave a relationship. Sail away,
crazy.
away.
That is
This
crazy.
is how I feel when I want to, go somewhere tropical when I'm feeling like disgusted in the winter. Like all these different responses of
just pouring in.
What the song means to people. And I didn't even, like, when I wrote it, I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to Jamaica. I'm on a cruise. I'm on a boat. Let's, like, write about the boat. Like, cool. Like, sail away, away, away. Easy hook. I was like, cool, let it rock. No, man. Like, the response was astronomical. That is the only probable word I can put. It was a crazy response that I was like, whoa. Mm-hmm. I didn't think this was like, this song that I thought was just fun means something to people, and it really has an impact and has a real like oomph to it that
it's like all you were doing was just being obedient.
Yeah. I was just having fun.
Writing.
And that's what it was all about, was just having a bunch of fun. And that's what I really garnered from the experience was, like you said, being obedient, but also being true to myself. Because it was just fun for me, and it means something to somebody else. And that's what music is supposed to be. It's supposed to be everybody interpreting what they want to get out of it. Yeah.
And I feel like from my stance, it's kind of what I try to like remind other artists about. Just like, it's music, but it's bigger than the music. You know what I mean?
So, of course.
I guess, you talk about the gift. And having the gift, which I definitely think you have.
Thank you.
The gift.
Thank you.
Can you walk us through the moment where you realize, I got something here?
Yeah. Basically, it kind of happened in stages. It didn't happen like an aha moment, like all at once.
Mm-hmm. Like what we see in the movies.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. It was more like it was developed over time. Mm-hmm. So basically, long story short, I was born with a condition where you had fluid in your ears. So I had the hearing equivalency of being underwater.
Wow.
And so I couldn't really speak clearly. You know what I'm saying? I could mimic and verbalize, sort of, but it wasn't to the patterns of normal speech. And so eventually, music was the only way that I could really express myself, and I could really be like, I like this, or I want this, or I can sort of match pitch that way and really be able to make a tune of some sort. By the age of 3, I had surgery to correct that, and then just started singing. Pretty much at age 4, I started singing, and then by age 11, I began to write. And I didn't get really good at it until I was like 17, 18. I didn't really get good at it. And then I went to school. I went to school for public relations and media studies. And
nice.
Yeah, crazy, I know.
Same here.
I love that.
I know about what you went through.
Yes, it was a fun degree. I mean, listen, I had so much fun. My college years were really like some of the most crazy, fun, wonderful years of my life. And I graduated Hunter College, and I was able to do really well. And I thought that was what I was going to do. I genuinely thought, I was like, okay, I'm going to go from this. I'll do PR. I'll be in the music industry in some way, or maybe I'll write on the side. That's what I genuinely thought I was going to do. I was like, okay, PR, corporate day job. At night, I'll songwrite, and I'll ghostwrite for people and do whatever that way.
Yeah.
And then Chief found me, which is a crazy story, but he found me, and he was like...
You told it earlier.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's a crazy story,
literally
right?
like something out of a movie.
Yeah. No, it really was. And we say it all the time, we were aligned for a reason. There's a reason he came into my life, and there's a reason I'm in his life. And we really are family. Like, he's like my dad type of deal in the sense that I genuinely love and care for him.
Some things are meant to happen.
Yeah,
you know
some things like I think he's meant to be in my life forever, and I'm meant to be in his life forever, or in contract terms, in perpetuity, forever and ever until the end of time. And he's looking at me like, really, dude? And I'm like, yep, in perpetuity till the end of time.
In fact, he's shaking his head right now.
Yeah, he is shaking his head right now, ladies and gentlemen, doing the Holy Cross as we speak. But no, there are certain people in your life that are meant to be there for a reason, and so he changed my life. And was like, no, you have a gift. You're supposed to share it. And I was like, okay. And I just trusted, and I blindly had faith. And, I made music, and he loved the music I was making. And he was like, no, we're going to put this out into the world, and people are going to love what you make. And I was like, okay, cool. Just blindly trusted. And I was like, cool, let's just make stuff and let's see what happens. And we made stuff, and this happened. And now 15 months later, I'm like, whoa. And I think everybody around us is kind of like, whoa, too. And it's just the beginning.
Yep.
And that's the crazy part. It's just the beginning. I say it on my post all the time. Y'all people don't peep that, but it says it at the bottom. I can't believe this is, happening. And it's like, I'm eternally grateful because this is only the beginning. Because it is only the beginning.
And that gratitude is something that people can feel around you. You know what I mean? Like I just,
I'm very fortunate to have a team around me that loves what I do as much as I do, and really wants to not only see me win, but to see us win, because it's not just me. Like, it says Rielle on the sweaters, right? Which is, if you want yours, shameless plug, DM me or Chief, we'll get you your sweaters. But it's also about Natural Bridge. He's like right here, my left hand, because he's, close to my heart or whatever. But this is about him too. This is about what we're creating together through our partnership and Natural Bridge as an indie Jamaican label, to be able to have such a profound impact in the urban world. That's what we want to create. We want to create that type of a space that nobody saw coming. That's what we want to do. Be something unexpected.
And is that kind of like your North Star? Like, is that what keeps you going day in and day out? Like that vision?
Yeah, the vision and the people around me.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about me. Like, it's about Chief. It's about my mom. It's about my dad and my grandparents and my friends. Like, it's not just me. It's about all these other people and being able to do what I want to do for them and with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to create experiences that my family never thought they could do or never thought they could have. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, my best friend's getting married. I'm so excited for her. And I told her, I was like, dude, I want to be able to one day, like, see whatever you want to do, whether it's like get a house, whether it's, have a bunch of kids, whether it's, do whatever you want to do. I want to be a part of it. And I want to make it so that we can do whatever we want, whenever we want, and not have to worry about, okay, we got to go to work tomorrow. Like, we have a 9 to 5 to get to, things like that, or have her come and travel the world with me, or having my mom retire. That's like one of my main goals, is to retire my mom. My mom's a school teacher. My mom impacts kids' lives every day.
Yeah.
And she's a great teacher. Like, she's a really phenomenal teacher. There's not many teachers like her. And so I want to be able to retire her and have her not have to worry about money ever again. Like, she can just like call me and be like, hey, so I like want to go to Puerto Rico just for funsies. Okay, go. Do whatever you want. Like, okay. Or like, I want to buy a place in Florida and have her own home with her name on the deed. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Whatever, same thing with my dad. I want him to be happy and be able to do whatever he wants. Same with Chief, because I already told Chief that, what's it called? When, because it's not if, it's when, when this all comes to fruition, that we can look at the empire that we've created and say, wow.
All that hard work paid off.
All that hard work paid off. Not even the hard work, all the sacrifice, the hard work, the sleepless nights, the nerves, everything, because this game is not for the weak. This game, looking at y'all, this game is not for the weak. It's not. It is not for the faint of heart. But we want to remain soft-hearted through it all.
Yeah. I was going to say, it says a lot that, you're here. You know what I mean? Still pushing, still kicking.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I feel like so many people, or a lot of artists, are so jaded. Like, they're so jaded. And don't get me wrong, I get why. I'm not going to sit here and say like their feelings aren't valid. They totally are. I
mean, and a lot of them are not as selfless as you just spoke about. Because, I feel like that's one of the ultimate ways to love the people around you, love your village, is to share the freedom. That's all you're trying to do. You're trying to,
Exactly. That's a really, really good way to put it, is that's exactly like to share the freedom that I've gained with other people. Because nobody can sit here and be like, oh yeah, like when I describe my job, right? Because my job it's not a normal 9 to 5. My job, right? I get to say to people, oh yeah, I get to go meet really interesting people, make music that I love to make, and basically get to do what I want to do with the remainder of whatever time I have, which is incredible. I get to do press, which is, it's super fun for me. I know for other artists like hate press.
Oh man, yeah.
They hate press.
Teeth, yeah.
It's like pulling teeth. But one of my
another way to reach people too. Like that's,
This is one of my favorite parts though, because I get to meet interesting people like yourself and be able to pick your brain, and we get to have these really honest and vulnerable conversations that I think really help people and really open people up to different possibilities of life. And I think that that's really important. And so a lot of artists are like, no, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Dude, you're not connecting. That's your part of your job. Your whole job is to connect. That's your job. You know? So the fact that I get to do that and it's something I love to do. Plus I'm a yapper. I'm not going to lie.
I'm right there with you.
Your girl's a yapper. Sorry, guys. Your girl's a yapper.
So let's talk music a little bit.
Yeah. Trash. Yes.
That record specifically, the songwriting behind it. Do you remember where you were?
Yeah. I was home.
Okay. Okay.
I was home.
On the couch chilling?
Yeah. I think I was either in my bedroom or I was on my couch. I was in one of the two places. And I got this melody. I heard it. I was like, oh, this is really cool. And I'd been going through kind of like feeling like dating in New York is tough. Mm-hmm. I don't know how anybody else feels, but dating in New York is difficult. And my thing was always like, I'm never going to settle. That was always at the forefront of my mind. Like, I'm not going to settle for something that doesn't speak to me or something that doesn't really fulfill me. Mm-hmm. And so I've always sort of said like somebody that understands and appreciates what I do. And so me being me, I always have these like scenarios in my head. And so I saw somebody, one of my favorite actors that was on Instagram at the time. And I was like, you're cool, but you have no idea I'm alive. You don't have a clue I exist. Mm. And I was like, that is something that I want to write about. Because you hear so many songs of like, I got the girl, or like I'm chasing the girl, or like I'm chasing the guy, or like, whatever. You don't really hear that initial like, I think I might like somebody. You don't really hear that type of a perspective. You always hear like, I already got there, or like, we're in love already, or like, we're broken up, or like, you don't really hear like the beginning, the instant of like, oh, crapola, I think I like somebody. It's like, oh, wait a second. And that the fear, the excitement, because, in the song, you have all those different feelings in there. It talks about all those different things, and also the fun parts of it, too. So you get all different array through that song. And that song is so fun. I love that song.
Yeah.
I really do.
It's like you can, not only can you hear it, but in the video, too.
Oh,
like,
the video was so much fun to make. Yeah. It was such a blast. Shout out to Damien Sandoval, who directed the video.
He did like 3 at a time, right?
Yeah.
On one trip, basically?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
It was a lot of work.
But y'all made it happen.
But it was so much fun, though.
Yeah.
And that's what I keep trying to implore people. Like, yes, it was a lot of work. Like, we got up to do Questionable like 4:30 in the morning. Then it was the next day. It was a night shoot. And then the next day was a day shoot. And then we flew out the following night. Mm. So, like, it was back to back to back to back videos. But it was so much fun. When I tell you Damien is a genius, he is incredible. Yeah. And then on top of that, everybody...
And he loves you too, by the way. I could tell. Like,
he's so sweet. He's literally the GOAT. He's incredible.
Yeah.
Not only that, everybody we worked on, the entire crew, the cast, everybody that was on camera with me, was such a joy to work with. Yeah. They were incredible. And so the fact that I had such great experiences is a true testament to just like, 1, how devoted everybody is to their job, and 2, you can see it in the videos, how much fun it was to make.
Yeah, you could feel it.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to get across. So making Crush was so fun. And it was in an iconic location, one of my favorite locations in LA to film, which is, if you guys know, the iconic race scene at the end, the Thunderbirds. In LA, like the LA
it's like a river, right?
Yeah, the LA River. Yeah. So being able to film there.
That's legendary.
What? Being a fan of Grease and a musical theater nerd, I literally said to Chief as we were walking through, I'm like, oh my God, I think this is where they filmed Grease. He's like, nah, man, this isn't where they filmed Grease. Like, no way. Damien comes out, he's like, yeah, dude, they filmed Grease here. And we were like, I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I told you guys. I'm like, me and my musical theater nerd, I know. I felt it. And I was like, yep, this is the coolest thing ever. And it was literally a moment that I will never, ever, ever forget. Yeah. Ever.
I don't know if you were looking around, the room when we played it earlier, videos and all of that. It's definitely going to leave a lasting impression.
That's great. That's exactly what I want. That was my first time seeing it, like in its entirety, like the final cut. I saw the first cut and it was a little bit different than what it is now.
When y'all mentioned it, I felt bad. I was like, dang, should I, I played it before y'all saw it. That's crazy.
That's honestly... that honestly was such a cool moment because I got to see everybody's reaction as well as my own.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So seeing everybody connect with it, especially hearing the other songs, because the other songs that are out are very island pop based, are very fusion based, which is great. Don't get me wrong. I love that. And I love that I'm able to touch on so many different genres. But the fact that this is it's more mainstream and is more R&B is something that, and it also shows off my vocal ability a lot better than I think the other songs.
They mentioned the runs too.
Yeah, man, that warmed my heart. I was like, yes. I was like,
you put in all that work. You want to make sure that lands. Yeah, for sure.
But the fact that landed, I was like, let's go, man. Yeah. So the fact that people are connecting with it and are super excited about it, like that means the world. Like that's so exciting. Are you kidding?
Indeed.
What?
All platforms
will be available, including YouTube, where you can see the official music video.
Yeah. And while you're there, watch all the others.
Watch the other ones.
Yep.
There are like four other ones. You should watch them. Yeah. Questionable, Malalita, as well as Sail Away. So you should watch them.
All in 1 year. How... That's crazy.
Yeah, to do 4 music videos in a year is kind of insane.
And for it to be that heavy too. Like each release is landing really well.
Yeah.
You know. How does it feel to have a year like that? When you're looking back.
So the year for me is really, I split it down the middle. I split it in 2, and I'll explain why. When I got signed, I was finishing my degree. I was two semesters from finishing my degree.
Okay.
So from January till May, I was still in school, full-time student, 2 internships, plus doing this. Mm-hmm. So we filmed Sail Away at the top of the year, and then it was just radio as well as festivals and performances and things. And then I graduate. And then everything we did was like, okay, we're at this speed. We're going to crank it up to like 100 million miles an hour. And then we just took off. The summer happened, and then we did Cleveland. We did back here, which was incredible. Now towards the winter, we went back to LA. We did a lot in a year like this. And the year's not even over yet, guys. The year isn't over yet. Yeah. So stay tuned. But it's incredible. Are you kidding? To have a year like this, I feel so incredibly blessed and grateful. Because what other artists do you know that can say, hey, I filmed 4 music videos in a year. I got to go.
And they're performing well.
I got to go all over the place.
Yeah.
And on top of that, be with the people that I love. Like my mom comes on the road with me.
Oh, that's dope. That's so sweet.
Yeah, she's not here today just because she has school, and it was only
Tell her we said hi.
Of course. Hi, Mom. But like she comes on the road with me almost everywhere I go. She's only missed this trip and one other trip. Other than that, she's on the road with me consistently. So the fact that I get to bring her with me and she's so welcomed and embraced, like people love her. They're like, oh my God, that's your mom? Yeah, that's my mom. She's super cool. And most people don't realize that at first when she walks in. They're like, oh, is that like your sister? No, that's my mom. She's here just for moral support and being the best momager ever. And then I get to, hang out with my videographer who's like my older brother and like Chief, and I get to hang out with the people that I love and laugh. When I tell you how much we laugh, man, we really do.
Nothing wrong with having a good time.
What? Yeah. But we get to laugh and still work, which is so fun. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know some camps are miserable. Some camps are like demoralized and miserable and like you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? And it's so sad because it's like you're living a life that people would dream about. And you're miserable somehow. And it's not to say that they aren't valid in their feelings, because they are. But then what are you going to do about it? Because nobody deserves to be miserable day in and day out. Nobody. Believe me, there's no reason to live like that.
Yeah.
Not in my book.
Some people, I guess they just take for granted the ability to be able to do what you love.
Oh, yeah.
Live off of what you love, I should say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's hard. Don't get me wrong. There are moments where I'm like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, there are totally moments like that, but it's never a, why am I doing this? Like, that's never a question. It's more like, what am I doing? Or like, why can't I do this right? Or I want to do this better. It's never a, why am I doing this? That never enters my mind of like, you know, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I want to quit. It's never like that. It's more like, damn, this is hard. Or like, why? Like, why is this so hard? You know what I'm saying?
But you know that you have to keep going.
Right.
Because you know why
you want to do it. Exactly. And I think that that's a motivating factor that differs from me and a lot of people is why I'm doing it. And it's what I love to do. And I think it was what I was born to do, to be honest. Like, it sounds really cliche, but like, I think it was what I was born to do.
It is, you know.
I mean, I knew that I was born to do it just because it comes so easily and it comes so naturally to me. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't I do it? Why wouldn't I do it? Instead of doing a job I can't stand and around people I can't stand. It's like, that's so, you know, we live one time for a very short period of time. Yeah. Like, when you really think about it. Like,
something else we take for granted too. Right. Life in general.
Facts. Yeah. We really do. And like, I don't want to do that. I want to literally wake up every day and be like, okay, God, you brought me here for a reason. Let's see what you do. What do you bring today? Yeah. You know? Which is honestly like a really cool like thought process to have. Yeah. Because not everybody thinks that way. Which is really sad though, you know?
Well, I'm happy that you keep going.
Thank you.
You know,
I'm happy you keep going.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a long 16 years.
Yes. I mean, listen, 17 years in the industry is not something to like think about lightly. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't really celebrate it, but I think
you should.
And when it comes around in April, right? It'll be 17. I think I'm gonna do something.
You should.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, I think also something that we forget as human beings is to celebrate the small wins as much as we do the big wins. Yeah. Because, like, don't get me wrong, big wins are awesome. Like, you should absolutely celebrate those, but you should also celebrate the small wins, and you should celebrate the small victories, because at the end of the day, like, those small victories encompass those big victories.
Mm-hmm. Those small add up.
Right. Those small victories made those big victories possible.
Yeah.
So you should certainly celebrate those. Like, absolutely celebrate the fact that, you've been in this industry almost 17 years, have made the incredible impact that you've been able to have.
Thank you.
And just, able to do and show people that you care. There's not a lot of hosts that I've met a few that are really, really impactful in their communities, but not as many that are so close and personal. They're more at a distance. They're like, hey, what's up? Whatever. And don't get me wrong, kudos to them, because anybody who's impacting their community in any way should be celebrated. But the fact that I think that you have such a close and intimate relationship with your public, and that they feel that they can come to you and you're an open ear and have an open heart, that is something that's truly special.
I appreciate that. And am I blushing? Can you? I can't tell me if I'm,
Nah, man, we go, we solid.
Nah, I appreciate that for real. If I do something, then y'all have to come back.
Oh my God, absolutely. Are you kidding? Yeah. Like, we're a hop, skip, and a jump. So absolutely we will come back and support. This is like a year and some change in the making. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, we've been working together for a while, and like, this is like, we get to finally kind of show off our dynamic with the world and connect and really be able to show that these vulnerable and honest conversations are really useful and they're really progressive and really important.
Because we both agree there's power.
Absolutely.
There's power in like the story. And
100%.
It's more than the music. So.
Absolutely. There's power in everything.
Yeah. So I'll ask you one more question. Then
sure.
I'll get out of your hair.
Yeah. Nah, this is a blast. Are you kidding?
Something that always stuck out to me about this year with you is just being able to not just finish school, but finish school with honors. Like you wasn't just doing it; you was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you. Yeah.
How did you balance all of that? And then what do you say to someone who's maybe in school right now or doing whatever, but carrying a heavy load while also trying to make their dreams come true? Like,
I think it was all about compartmentalizing. I think that was something that was really, really important. I think my dreams before this were also really important. When I say that, obviously music was always the end goal, right? In whatever way, whether it was through a PR and media stance or whether it was as an artist or a writer. You wanted
to be in the industry.
Right. Yeah. The industry was always the main goal, right? But when I first was going to school, my intention was, okay, I'm going to do my degree and then I'm going to apply to, my master's. I'm going to go get my master's degree and really sort of figure out what sector I want to be, because I know the general, but then what do you want to do like super specific and be able to get a degree in that. And so my goal was to apply to the Miami School for PR, which is the Wolf School of Communications. That was my goal. That was what I wanted to do. I went down there, visited, loved it. I was like, okay, this is where I want to be. Like, this is what I want to do. And so I always kept that in mind. And so, you know, when this opportunity came along, right, where I got really lucky, where I know a lot of people aren't going to be potentially as lucky, is that my team valued my education. My team valued where I was. And they thought, well, you've worked so hard for this. It doesn't make sense to just throw it away.
Yeah.
Right. Like, finish what it is that you've started. And so my thought process is also having a backup plan, because not to say that this isn't going to work out, because if you believe it, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But for me, it was like having that safety net of, I can do this or I can do that. That's also super important. And it makes the stress a little bit easier, because I know there are so many people that are like, this has to work out, and are like pulling their hair out because they're like, there's nothing else. There's nothing else. And don't get me wrong. Sometimes that pressure is what makes diamonds. So don't get me wrong. That is a totally valid way. But me, I don't handle stress well. I don't like stress. I don't like to stress out. As Birch says, stress, no, just bless. Just bless and stress, no stress. So I try my best to just compartmentalize. And so basically, I was like, okay, I have one semester left, which was in January. I said, I have one semester left. I said, I can't fumble the bag now. There's no way I can fumble the bag. So I said, okay. So what I did was I made sure all my classes were at a reasonable time. I made sure my internships were doable, in the sense that it was either before school, after school, whenever I could fit it in. And then Chief really working with me and really caring, because at the end of the day, like, he could have easily been like, when we first got together, either one of two options. He either could have been like, I don't want you to be in school. So either you need to pick. You either need to pick, you're going to be in school or you're going to be a musician. That was, you know, you could have easily said that, or he could have easily said, I'm not going to sign you. We'll all right, until you're finished. And we would have lost a lot of momentum and a lot of time that way. So the fact that he took the chance, because that's what it was a risk, it was a chance for me to just blossom and figure it out. I give him all the accolades and all the praise for that, because most most executives would have never let me finish my degree. So for anyone out there to you know, mainly it was compartmentalizing, making sure that my assignments got done, making sure that my internship stuff got done, making sure that all my Rielle stuff got done in a timely manner, keeping yourself organized, keeping yourself accountable. I think those are the main takeaways that I kind of got from it. And for anybody out there that is trying to live their dreams and is in school, know that you don't have to do both. Or rather, let me rephrase that. You can do both. You can absolutely be a musician and get your degree. You can do both. It may not go as fast as you'd like, because there's no way you can put your effort in both things 100%, because we're only 100% human. So it may not go as fast as you like, but if getting your degree is important to you, if pursuing an education is important to you, and fulfilling your dreams are important to you, you will find a way. When there is a will, there is a way. And so
I forgot who I just said that to on Instagram.
There you go.
I forgot who it was.
Maybe it was me. Who knows? But when there is a will, there is a way. And so I think it's about wanting it, because Chief always, when I was first, like when we first got together, he was like, you have to want it more than I do. You know, there's what's the phrase that you tell me all the time? Jesus, I'm trying to think of it. It's one of his many colloquialisms. And, you know,
wisdom.
Yeah, there it is. He said it. You either want it or you don't. You either want it or you don't. And that can apply to not just the industry, but it applies to everything. You either want it or you don't. You want your degree or you don't. You want your career or you don't. And I wanted it. I knew how important it was for me, for my family, for my mom, for Chief. I knew it was important. And so I was like, you know what? I don't care. If I got to stay up till 5 a.m. doing an all-nighter on a paper, okay,
you're going to get it done.
We're going to get it done and we're going to do well. Because at the end of the day, you can do something. You could totally, half do it. But that's not the best version of
it's
you.
It's not true progress.
Right. Yeah. It's not true progress. The same thing with songwriting, right? There are songs that I won't present to him that will take me months to write because I'm like, this isn't as good as it could be. And I'll wait. I'll wait until it's really, really solid and then present it. You know what I'm saying? Or some songs, they come right away and I'm like, nope, this is it. And I just have a gut feeling and I know that this is it. But that's a testament to all the times that I had to work at a song and really chip away at it. That my brain has finally been like, okay, we can pull from all this and here you go. So with that being said, you can do it. I genuinely, like, if I did it, it sounds so cliche, and I never believed those people on the internet. But guess what? I'm now one of those people on the internet that if you want to do it, you can do it. It is 100% possible. And it's a lot. It's not that it's easier than you think, but when you put yourself in that mind frame, getting there is a lot easier than you think. When you're like, okay, when you realize that is what you want, the rest of it is just figuring out how.
It's either you want it or you don't.
It's either you want it or you don't. That should be something on a shirt.
On a shirt, yeah.
We might put that on shirts, y'all. We might put that on shirts. But yeah, man, I mean, I when I tell you this journey has taught me so much, so much. And talking to individuals like you on a platform like this has been one of my favorite things to do, just because I feel like on like some other interviews or like in some other platforms, you don't really get to eloquate your thoughts completely. And so the fact that we're able to have this type of a conversation and not feel rushed or feel like, we gotta go. Because, sometimes it's like that is really, really special and is really, really cool. So the fact that you have this platform and you've invited me and given me the ability to come and express myself vulnerably and honestly is a true honor. It's a privilege and I genuinely appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you. I'm extremely proud of you.
Thank
proud
you.
of the year you've had and just proud of the career in general. Just all of the above.
Oh, man. That's so nice.
Grateful that you spent the long day with us today.
Listen, anytime.
I know it started super early.
Genuinely, whenever you want me to come back, I would love to come back because at the end of the day, these are one of the platforms that genuinely leaves an impression and leaves a mark, at least in me as an artist, that I get to come and really make an impact. And that's super special. Like, are you kidding? Duh. I would obviously want to come back. So y'all should type in the comments you want me to come back so that way Brian can get me
then
back.
Then we're going to
here.
make it happen.
Yeah, man. I'm speaking it into existence. That's all.
Indeed. But real quick, before you go.
Yeah.
Definitely, one more time, into the camera, just to the people that have been supporting you. It's been holding you down.
Yeah.
We see the comments building up and
of course,
conversations being had. What do you have to say to your fans?
Oh, man. That's hard.
If you need some tissue, let me know.
I mean, okay. So, first of all, to all my supporters out there, and I mean everyone, thank you. For those who have been there since day one, for those who just came on the journey today, thank you. Because without you and without your support and without everything that you bring to the table, whether that's streams, merchandise, whether that's the comments, whether that's the likes, whether that's just viewing my page at all, it means so much more than you know. It genuinely, genuinely does. To the haters too, thank you. Because when I tell you, I laugh. You guys make my day. Y'all really do. Yeah, the fact that I live in your head rent free, thank you. And on top of that, like I said, all the people who genuinely do support me and love what I do, thank you, because I wouldn't be able to do any of this without any of you guys. And so, like I said, this is just the beginning. You guys are going to see more of me, especially this upcoming year. This upcoming year, 2026, is going to be an absolute movie. So stay tuned. It's going to be incredible. So like I said, to Brian's World, to the friends on Brian's World that are just seeing me for the first time, my name is Rielle. You can follow me at It's Rielle Music. That's ITSRIELLEMUSIC. One more time for the people in the back. That's ITSRIELLEMUSIC across all social media platforms. And you guys can follow my journey on there.
Indeed. And I'll throw another challenge at you as well. We have everything organized at citizens.us with all of her videos and everything. Log on, watch Mortalita.
Yeah.
Sail Away.
Whoop.
Crush. And then I'm missing one. I'm watching the video on my head.
Sail Away.
No, I said Sail Away. Sail Away, Mortalita, Crush, and Questionable. Yes. Watch all 4. Send me an email about how you feel. Brian James at citizens.us, ctzns.us, and I'll pass the good words to you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Please, I would love that. And I would love to just come on and go through them. That would be so cool to have a little follow-up.
Yeah. There we go. See, yes.
Yeah.
The next meeting has to happen.
Absolutely.
We just made it happen.
We're happening. Now it's happening. So once you guys send those emails, I'll be sure to come back and me and Brian. Why did I say Ryan? That's so strange.
Okay. It happens all the time.
What's it called?
Some people say brain instead of Brian.
That's kind of strange, but okay.
Yeah.
Me and Brian can read them together and really get into your comments. And
even stranger that my 2nd grade teacher was the first one to do the brain Brian thing.
That's crazy. Yeah. What?
I'm a little hurt about it still. I don't know if you could tell.
You know what? Yeah, I would be hurt about it too. I mean, it's better than saying Gabriel. Yeah, that's how people mess up my name. And first of all, if y'all don't know, my real name is Gabrielle. But yeah, they say Gabriel all the time. And I'm like, nope. It's 2 L's and an E. Not sure how you messed that up.
Get it right.
Yeah, get it right, man. It's not hard. So I'm still hurt too, as you could tell.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all right.
Well, thanks again for pulling up.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm genuinely so grateful.
On everything.
Thank you.
Again, really proud of you.
Thank you. Proud of you too, man.
Here for the long ride.
Listen, we're here.
Just
Let's
getting
do
started.
it.
Yep.
Woo.